merry meat, or so part 2, just home eating. If you're going to come to the regional or country area, we're in Victoria, anywhere I guess in the world, what can you contribute and add? Going my meat, my God, I do shit myself, homestead is bullshit. We don't need that crap, self-sufficiency is great, but what can you bring to the table, so to speak, for everything and everyone out in the country areas? How can you help the issues that we have out here? Bringing IT and more techno shit into the country is not what we need. Bringing your attitude of fear and prejudice against nature and animals, including animals or plants, we don't need that crap. So have a good, hard, long think about that. If you're one of these that want to come out into the country regional, or you're looking at homesteading, or you just see all this barrage of all these homesteaders and self-sufficiency nuts and preppers and all that sort of stuff that are touting and promoting all this, get out as far as you can and do shit for yourself. And it's very self-centered, a lot of it, and eventually what you create around you, you're going to have to live in. So getting away from your crap that you created in the city and then bring it to have a good think. And anytime you see these videos or vlogs of these homesteaders, preppers, and look at, what do they actually do for their environment around them? I can count on one hand how many I see on the net that are homesteaders or preppers, or even if they don't call themselves that, but they are doing that. They're living in the middle of a forest, basically, of Sweden. They are doing that. They're recording ice and nature and sharing that with the world. Whether they're preppers or not, they are in the way they live. Compared to these preppers who just, we do everything for ourselves and it's me, 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 me. What do you do for the environment? What do you do to help the plight of animals that are losing, spaces to live? Councils are dictating, the amount of places that you can actually own ducks in Victoria now, even in country areas, is getting less and less and less because of councils. I think those in the city are just as much part of the solution as those in the country, by being informed, being aware, and I guess ignorance is a lot for this, isn't it? People just are not aware. They complain about their eggs being how much they are in the supermarket, and the reality is the poor birds, the conditions they live in for that, and that what they go through, they don't give a fuck. Out of sight, out of mind. I mean, I'm vegan, that, but if I had to, I'd go over vegetarian. I'd eat eggs if I had to, but not at the expense of my birds' health. If my girls need to eat their eggs because they need that nutrition, they eat those eggs. They're more important than me when it comes to, they're not here to give me what I need. I'm here to make sure that they are safe and okay. I'm a custodian of nature. Nature is not here to battery me. It's not here to serve me. My God didn't give me nature for me to use. I'm here to custodian and look after nature as a parent. And I have always been like that since a child. Wow. Beautiful. See, it's out of my camera sight. Beautiful Currawong just went up there. But I'll add a link. There's a lass who has call ducks, and she's stunning. The information she puts out there into duck care, especially for call ducks and calling things out. She did a video not long ago on the cost of birds, and I'll attach it to. Yeah, there he is. There's a currawong. There's a magpie and a currawong sort of sussing each other out. The Coorong's have massive tails. Oh, there he goes. Covidae wars. One Coorong versus 2 magpies. What's going on, Bella? Bella, Bella, Bella. Mucha bella. Beautiful girl. Coorong, magpies and ravens, little ravens we got out here. They're all out today having their discussions of territory. There he is. He's gone up there. Beautiful bird. My ducks are like, oh, what's going on? Look at him. What is he? It's a Coorong. He goes like this. Oh, hang on. No, that's magpie. Oh, magpie found him. His poor guy is not going to have any chance up there. 2 magpies are on his ass. That's the noise I do. Getting off the ground after you've been on it for a while and you've got dodgy hips. Hang on. That's a journey getting up. Puppies. I got some fresh noodles from Bella Bella. I have 2 Coorong's that come and visit me, Ghost and Grey, and that's who's here now. But my magpies they're something else. They're like territory nuts. Who is that? Is he still up there? Yeah. Let's see if I can capture him. There he is. Oh, he's a puppy. Maggie's, be nice to the Coorong. Yeah. He has a hard time. Hey, you can share the space. Coorongs are well noted, but magpies do this as well. They steal the eggs of other birds and eat them. So the territory thing is also over food. They're fighting over space because the Coorongs are a lot bigger than the magpie. They're in the songbird family. Who is that? Oh, I see. Go where? Hear that noise? That's him. There we go, I can see him. So I'm going to pick up on my camera. I've got the shittiest camera. Does the job, but it's just an expense I can't afford, especially now. Got to redo all the runs and housing. It's going to cost me another $1,000 just to redo the housing and everything of my birds, which I'm not going to pay off straight away. I'm going to have to pay it off over 2 months, so 4 months to do that. So cost again. Who is that, Mr. Form? Isn't he pretty? Yeah. It's okay, he's not a bird of prey. Yeah. He's like a magpie with a bigger tail. Yeah. He's a good looking boy. Yeah. So anyway, if you're looking at coming out into the country, you're in the city, one, it's not going to cost cheaper. It's going to cost you more. It's going to cost you more to live. It's going to cost more time to live. And if you want to turn the country into the city shithole, don't fucking come here. We don't want it. We don't need it. And not just us humans, us animals. Well, humans are animals, but the other animals don't want it either. they're losing more and more homes. And this self-centered me, that attitude that folks coming out to the country are coming with, mirror, have a good look at yourself. I don't mean to finish with a preface to that, is that I don't mean to discourage people from living a more natural way, and to get away from things, but at the same time, where you got to be an adult and grow up at some point and start realizing there's a cost and effect of everything you do and how you live. And being ignorant of that just means you're still a child. You're an adult child. You haven't grown up yet. I mean, we're always growing up. We never really fully grow up, but your mentality, even if you know how to reroute an NBN or a telephone pole, your mentality is still developed and stunted to the age of 8 years old of me. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like religion. Religion tends to facilitate that, my God and God knows, and kind of a way of also expunging responsibility. Ignorance is not an excuse. So, everything's an opportunity to grow. And if you're going to be adverse from actually growing, really don't come out into the country. I think that's probably why they're so thing on gun laws, is because at some point people in the country just get fucking sick of it. You end up shooting a lot of folks in the yards. What are you doing? He's just hanging off the line. Come on, you gonna come down? There you are, honey. Come on. Oh, magpie. Oh, honey. Maggie. Don't be nasty, poor Kurong. All the feathers are pulled out from her butt. Anyway, enough of the heavy. I hope everyone's doing well. I will add a link to someone's vlog on ducks, why you shouldn't keep ducks, why you shouldn't get ducks. I would love more people to get ducks, but obviously for the reasons she says, I don't want people to get ducks. Getting a duck because they're cute, or recording ducks while you give them bread just so you can get a YouTube account and get it monetized, followers and blah 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 blah. Again, at some point in time one needs to grow up and become an adult, and part of that is being responsible and having responsibility. Part of that is not being ignorant, and also self-reflecting and analysing your motives and what you do, and benchmarking and changing things when they need to be changed, so you can align yourself to being more of what nature intends. An older version of any species is smarter, wiser and more complex, more deliberate, more deliberation in thinking and actions, more aware of consequences. Doesn't matter what the species is in the animal kingdom, that is usually something that is associated with age. The younger the critter is, the less experienced, the more ignorant they are to dangers, etc., and their actions and the consequences of. At some point in time, you got to grow up. And I think the real epidemic that we have is we have a lot of adult children in the world. Things such as communism, Marxism, religions, especially of the Abrahamic strains, do nothing to fix that. I really do think that the reason why we have the epidemic of adult children is because of those things. Because they cultivate, propagate and nurture such mentality. Because such mentality actually keeps those systems of control strong and stronger and growing like a virus, because it basically stunts the mental and spiritual development of anybody. I often see there is less spirituality in a religious nutter than there is compared to someone who's living on a land somewhere and, tending to creatures and observing nature and riding the waves of the season. And there's a peaceful contentment within those folks usually that you don't see within religion. Religion sense of, I don't know. Again, it brings a self-centered, also divisive, there's no longer the racial family. You've got these little tiny groups of families that really aren't that connected by blood anyway. And that's what nature is. Nature connects by blood. So anyway, lots of food for thought there. And I didn't mean this to go into 2 vlogs, but it has. Let's see how this all washes out. I've got a lot to do. And so sorry ahead of time. I'm going to upload quite a bit. There's quite a bit I haven't uploaded onto the YouTube that I've had sitting there. I've been doing a lot of garn projects. So as you know, when you're creating patterns and things, a lot of the times you're nearly finished with your work and then you've got to rip it all back and do it again. And that's me at the moment. So, we're getting there. But anyway, food for thought. Every now and again get a mirror. Not as in to say, how can I make myself look better to the world? What things can I say, virtue signal, to make people think I'm good and all that. But to actually, within yourself, the only person that you have to impress is your own soul's root, if that makes sense. That's the only thing that matters, is if you hold a mirror up to yourself and ask the wise part within you. It's like, is this reality? Is this true? Am I being ignorant? What is more about this topic or this area or situation that I don't know? Including the opposite side of things, and draw your conclusions from that, and also mull things over. I'm an Aries, I'm pretty much go. But something I've learnt in my age is to set time to mull things over, to sit it in your mouth, so to speak, and really taste what's going on, and understand what's going on before you leap or just go into autopilot, if that makes sense. So anyway, I hope I haven't put anyone off from getting ducks. My world revolves around my babies. I love them to creases. They are my family. I'm theirs. I think all gardens should have ducks, but you also need responsible pet ownership. I would not advocate ducks to be everywhere if there was not the underlying, most important in the face, responsible pet ownership put in there as well. Can't have one without the other, because then what will happen is there will be sicknesses and everything spreading through birds, and then the bloody council will come out and start culling everyone's birds because some fuckwit has their birds living in a 4-metre pen, stepping on their own shit and not feeding them and looking after them, and then they become an incubator for disease. Because that's what will happen. I mean, just look at cats, the issues that cats cause, and that's because nearly everyone's got them, and they just let them, run around all day. They don't take responsibility for their pets. They don't keep them inside. Cats shouldn't be out in the wild, unless you're living in the Middle East. That's the only area, which is where they come from, that I'd recommend that, because they just cause too much damage. They also do spread diseases, etc. And they are, along with dogs, are probably the only major animal species that people recognise and think they love animals because they've got them. Hi, honey. Cookie. See you, Maggie. having a world of just cats and dogs is not balanced. It's not right. It's anti-nature. It's not loving nature or animals. It's fucked up. That's what we're propagating. So anyway, responsible pet ownership is important. The cost financially of keeping ducks is a lot higher than any benefit you get if you see them benefit-wise as eggs or meat, which I can't understand why. A lot of the people that go on about my meat, they usually have no teeth and or have fat guts. So, dude, you could do with eating a little less, mate. Obviously, the food is not agreeing with you. Sorry, but it is. It's what I see. No. And even the people around here that if they are really skinny and they've got no teeth, it is literally mummy. It's like their bodies are infested with worms and all they can think about is eating the rotting carcass of something, because that's what all meat is. It's just like, no wonder you got no teeth. Oh, it's just enough. Enough is for vile. Like, humanity, what are you doing? What humanity? Human beings, what are you doing? You know, I'm not advocating for these nut jobs who, man-made global warming. I'm not advocating all that shit. You know I don't. I'm a scientist. I abhor fake science. I abhor, manipulation of data to push agendas which ultimately cost the environment even more, because it's just a transfer of wealth, which is a lot of the shit that we're going on and seeing now. And it's targeted to young folks because young folks aren't really thinking, you see. They don't have that wiser or with time and age bias, so they're not as, they don't do as much self-reflection. Cookie, Mr. Fawn, you be nice to Cookie. She's just saying hello. Yeah, good boy. Fawn. No attacking Cookie. Cookie. Oh, my little Cookie. Hello, sweetheart. Why are you so beautiful? I'm going to put some grain on top of the heater dome there, because that way Cookie can have some food without Fawn getting all territory. And Fawn's just trying to protect his girls, you see. What, you think that he's going to mount your girls? So beautiful. Look at your silver face. We love you, silver face. Yeah. Maggie! There will be more posts coming on Garn, by the way. I just, again, I'm in the middle of making projects, and a lot of the times we have to, rip apart projects to put them together. Cookie! It is, hey honey. Hey? Oh, I've got the zoom. It's over here, sweetheart. Anyway, that's it from me. Oh, my poor scraggly girl. Oh, it's such a hard life when we're dropping our feathers, isn't it? Mr. Freak, you're right there. Anyway, by all means, get ducks, get animals, live in the country. However, please take responsibility if you're going to do all that. Understand you're not going to be better off financially. You're not going to get free shit. You have to keep your animals healthy. You have to look after them. That's not just financial cost, it's time cost. And, it doesn't, it won't give you a positive return. You'll be in the negative return when it comes to your pocket. Why do it then? Love. The love of the natural world. And the love of being part of it. Blessed be a merry part.